Good morning, good evening, good night, Eagle MMA family. This is the problem with the UFC's recent fight announcements. The UFC has made some really good matchups lately. They made Petr Yan versus Song Yadong. They made Jack Della Maddalena versus Gilbert Burns, which is okay. It's not really the best. They made Ian Gary versus Jeff Neal again. They made Kevin Holland versus Michael Venom Page. But they just made another recent dump of fight announcements today, this night, and holy shit, they are just brain dead. Like, really just stupid. Starting off with, I think, probably the stupidest one, Yair Rodriguez versus Brian Ortega 2. We don't need to see this again. Like, yeah, it's an intriguing matchup, but Brian Ortega, dude, he hasn't fucking won a fight since 2021, since the Apex, since before the Venom fucking gear, and it was against Korean Zombie, who just got one punch KO'd by Max Hollywood. That's not a good win. And what does it mean when Yair Rodriguez beats Brian Ortega? Because it's 100% confirmed that Yair Rodriguez will beat Brian Ortega. Brian Ortega fucking sucks. What happens when Rodriguez beats Ortega, and if Volk beats Topuria, there's no fights to make. There's no fights to make because you're taking out the top contenders. It's a really dumb fucking matchup. Next up is Robert Whitaker versus Paulo Costa. Hey, knock on wood, this fight's not gonna happen. I don't believe this fight's gonna happen until it actually happens. You know why? Because Paulo Costa has pulled out of like fucking 5 fights in the last 2 fucking years. He was supposed to fight Robert Whitaker 2 other fucking times, pulled out fucking twice against him. And why are we giving Paulo Costa Robert Whitaker?
Today, I'm gonna take a fucking shit. Oh! It's gonna be now! It's gonna be now! Oh! Oh!
Paulo Costa's last fight was against Luke Rockhold. That was in 2022, and Luke Rockhold has gone on to get pieced up by Mike Perry, a 170-pounder in BKFC. Why are we rewarding Paulo Costa for being a fucking idiot and pulling out of all these goated fights? Because he was supposed to fight Jared Cannonier, supposed to fight Hamza Chimaev, Ikram Aliskerov. Now, like, those are all like fucking good, entertaining matchups. He's ruining these matchups for us. Don't reward him with a now pretty fucking winnable matchup against Whitaker. After seeing Whitaker get just fucking knocked out by Dricus, I might honestly pick Paulo Costa, but why are we fucking making this happen? Don't reward Paulo Costa for being a bitch and pulling out of 20 fucking fights. Next up is, honestly, I think, just what is going on through your fucking brain? One of the stupidest matchups I've ever fucking seen. Yuri Prochazka versus Alexander Rakic. Am I just retarded, or does this make zero fucking sense? Yuri Prochazka vacated his belt right after being the champion, so he didn't really like lose the belt or anything. Came back and fought a very close fight with Pereira and got early stoppaged. Alexander Rakic hasn't fought since 2022, and it was a loss against Blachowicz. His last win was in 2021 against Thiago Santos and Anthony Smith. Before that, he has like 0 good wins. Oh, he beat Jimmy Manuwa. So he hasn't fought in over a year. His last fight was a loss, and before that, not good wins. Why are we giving him arguably the #1 contender in the fucking division? He absolutely does not deserve this matchup. They were trying to make him up with Blachowicz too. That doesn't make sense, but it makes more fucking sense than against Yuri Prochazka. I mean, genuinely, what the fuck are they thinking with this? And I don't even understand it either, because, like, I might just be stupid, but is Alexander Rakic not one of the most boring fucking fighters on the planet? What, he knocked out Jimmy Manuwa. He knocked out one other dude. He had a boring fucking decision against Pigard. A boring fucking decision against Santos. And the fight with Blachowicz was not that entertaining before he got fucking injured. Why are we giving him Yuri Prochazka, the most entertaining fighter in the UFC, versus one of the least entertaining fighters in the UFC that doesn't deserve this fight at all? It makes literally 0 sense. Next up, Aljamain Sterling versus Calvin Kattar. This isn't the worst matchup. It's not the worst matchup. I don't necessarily mind it. It's just kind of fucking stupid that Aljo's fighting Calvin Kattar. Calvin Kattar hasn't fought in like a year and is coming off an injury. Before that, coming off technically another loss to Josh Emmett, even though he won that fight. But, like, I think he's coming off, like, a 2-fight loss streak. Why are you giving him the former... just lost his championship to Sean O'Malley. Like, it's not like he's some bum coming off, like, a 3-fight fucking losing streak. He's still really good. Why are you giving him Calvin Kattar? It's still going to be an entertaining matchup, but, like, Calvin Kattar is not that good. Like, if you're having that close of a decision with Josh Emmett, like, you're not that great. Next up is Aaron Blanchfield versus Manon Fiorot. It's women's MMA, so I don't honestly care that much, but with them making this fight, the two top contenders, Blanchfield and Fiorot, coming off wins over Nama Yunus, and I think Tyler Santos is who Aaron Blanchfield beat. What that means is they're gonna make Grasso versus Shevchenko 3, and that makes me want to punch my fucking skull in until I start bleeding through my goddamn ears. I don't give a shit about that trilogy. I don't give a shit about that fight. Oh, well, the last one was a robbery. Who cares? Shevchenko is a fucking just the worst. She's just the worst. She's fucking annoying and is not that entertaining. Grasso's at least pretty. She's good to look at, and she's actually somewhat entertaining. I actually kind of pay attention to when she fights. No, for some reason, they think that that's gonna sell pay-per-views.
Yeah, we've been told that former Speaker McCarthy has given you the keys to the so-called Monster Mobile, the man-eating car which he was forced to build by an evil wizard. Does it concern you that this car reportedly has a will of its own and hungers for human flesh?
The biggest trilogy in women's MMA. What? It's the only trilogy in women's MMA, so it has to be the biggest trilogy in women's MMA. And still, nobody gives a fuck. That first fight was not that entertaining. It was only entertaining because Grasso was making it entertaining when she was having moments against Shevchenko. The second fight wasn't entertaining either, except when Grasso was having moments because Shevchenko was just trying to point fight her and just lay on top of her. What makes you think that the fucking third fight's gonna be entertaining? You idiots! And I just know for a fact, and this is why I'm not that pissed about it, I just know for a fact they're going to make Shevchenko vs. Grasso 3 the headliner of another Canadian card, and that makes me happy. And lastly, we saved the best for last. Nickal versus Cody Brundage. Are they brain dead? Bo Nickal, dude, like, listen, he's beating bums. He just beat Val Woodburn, which it was his debut fight in the UFC, but, like, give him someone better than Cody Brundage, dude.
Word around the office is you've got a fat cock.
Yes, I do.
I've got a fat cock, too. Maybe we should rub our fat cocks together sometime.
Cody Brundage is on a 1-fight win streak. Don't fucking say it's on a 2-fight win streak. That was a DQ to Jacob Malkoun, where he was getting melted. By the way, Cody Brundage was getting melted on the ground by whatever his name was. Jacob Malkoun. I can't even remember his name because he sucks. He was getting like 10-7 on the ground by Jacob Malkoun. And then Jacob Malkoun accidentally hit a back of the head elbow while Cody Brundage moved his back of the head into the elbow, and it got called a DQ. So it's not a fucking win. He lost that goddamn fight, coming off a KO over some, I don't even know who he just knocked out. Like, Bo Nickal, dude, sorry, but you have to start moving him up. It's been enough time. He fought Jamie Pickett, dude. Jamie Pickett is 10 times the fucking fighter than Cody Brundage. Jamie Pickett would knock out Cody Brundage in the first round with a 360 fucking spinning tornado kick. Why you Cody Brundage sucks dick. He's known for not being good on the ground. He just got melted by a random Jacob Malkoun on the ground. Literally like a 10-7 fucking round if it didn't get DQ'd. It's fucking retarded. And why are you giving Cody Brundage that name value? Like, Cody Brundage, no matter what's gonna happen in the fight, he could get fucking disqualified for sucking Bo Nickal's toes during the fucking fight, for trying to stick his face in his butthole, and he will still get more recognition because he's fighting a big name like Bo Nickal, and get better fights in the future because he fought the big name Bo Nickal. I mean, all of these fights are just retarded. So thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know down below. December 24th, December 25th, 2 of the greatest videos I've ever posted. Check him out. Thank you all for watching. Eagle MMA out.
Hey, Young Lean? Are you Young Lean?
What?
Are you Young Lean?
No, I'm Barry Dillon.